Today's installment of Mark's Comic Haul, y'all, will temporarily be renamed to Mark Walters Direct Edition in honor of Fred Hall Direct Edition. Hey, what's up, everybody? Man, it is freezing outside. We are experiencing crazy weather here in Dallas, Texas, and I have not been able to leave the house for days. I actually tried to start my car up both last night and the night before, or actually, I'm sorry, tonight and the night before. It will not start. It is so cold outside I can't even start my car. But I wanted to make a video because right before all this hit, I did manage to pick up a few things from like the new stuff that had come out last week, and then also a couple of things that I'd been looking for. And I found a couple of things that I was going to show you guys that are like kind of like spec stuff, but you know, we'll see how it pans out. But first and foremost, before I get into all that, I just want to say Fred Hall Direct Edition. So you guys probably saw in my video like a week or so ago, Comic Crypta Castle Hills did a tribute video to me, and I was completely blown away. I thought it was super nice and super cool that he did that. What I didn't know was that Fred Hall Direct Edition had also done a tribute video to me, and I don't understand how I missed it, because I'm not only subscribed to him, but I did ring the bell for the notifications, and somehow it just slipped by me. I was watching one of his videos that was posted after that, and he made mention in the newer video and said, you know, check out one of my other videos. I did one called Fred's Comic Haul, y'all, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And then I realized he was doing like a tribute video. And I was like, that is so cool. Fred is one of the guys that, like, one of the earliest guys that I followed when I started doing all this stuff. And I love his videos. I love how he does things. It always makes me hungry, because he has this thing he does in all of his videos where he says, time to stop and refuel. And he'll show some of the most delicious looking food you've ever seen. So whenever I watch his videos, I feel like I need to have something in front of me I can snack on, or else I'm going to be hungry. Everything about it, man. His videos are sponsored by his fake Darth Maul from China. One of these days I got to get the story behind that. I just love what he does. I love his enthusiasm. I love kind of the quirky aspects that he puts into his videos. His sexy fingers. The fact that he does what sounds like an outro as the intro to all of his videos. It just kills me. Fred Hall Direct Edition. If you guys are not already following him, I'll put a link down below. You should, because he posts a lot of great, and it's not just comics. Like, he posts about toys and statues and all sorts of other things. He's great. It's a great channel. So Fred, thank you so much for posting a tribute video to me. Seriously, dude, you rock, and I'm honored. I can't believe that within the span of like a week, I had 2 different people post tribute videos. It just makes me feel, I'm tickled by it. It's really, really great. So anyway, yeah, I just can't say enough good about that. But I know you guys want to see books, so I'll show you some books. I picked up a few more new this week things from last week that I'd missed. Got another one of these, King in Black, Marvel Spotlight previews. King of Black #3. I think I already have like 1 or 2 of those, but they had some still sitting on the counter, so I grabbed it. Got another one of these 1 in 10 Radiant Black variant covers. I have a feeling about this book. I have a really good feeling about this book. It's just a really good looking book, and I think it's a cool costume. It's got a lot going for it. Finally got a copy of Future State Teen Titans #2. This is cover B. I should have a cover A waiting for me at Red Pegasus. I haven't had a chance to get up there yet because weather. And I'm not kidding, guys, when I say it's freezing outside. I mean, it's like we had temperatures down to like 1 degree. It's crazy, because we never get snow and ice and stuff like this in Dallas. I completely missed this last week, but there is some spec on this book, Taskmaster #3, because it is the first appearance of a new Korean superhero in the Marvel Universe, and so these are kind of selling out everywhere. I don't know. I grabbed 2 of them. I don't know if it has any kind of long-term spec going for it, but, you know, hey, it's never a bad idea. Got another copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 114, which this is cover A. I think I had grabbed 2 copies of cover B, so I only had 1 copy of cover A, so I grabbed another copy of cover A. Oh, and this was supposed to go with that variant, but grabbed another copy of Radiant Black #1. This is just the regular cover. Okay, so into the back issues we go, and I did manage to pick up some really cool stuff. I think I showed you guys this. I pulled this just so you could see it. This I grabbed before from Awesome Comics. This is Avengers Unplugged #5. First time that Monica Rambeau is called Photon. So technically a key. There's Monica Rambeau on the cover. She starts going by Photon in that issue. And this is Thunderbolts #9, the new Thunderbolts #9. And this is the first time that Monica Rambeau goes by Pulsar. This I just picked up, and I could not believe they had it, because this is a book that, like, once you got past, like, the first few issues, very low print run, hard to find. I was shocked they had it. This is kind of like a under-the-radar key, because not a lot of people realize that this is, technically, it's, I don't even know what you would call it. It's not a first appearance, but maybe first renaming of Pulsar, and we don't know yet. The reason why I'm picking these up is because with WandaVision, which I hope you guys are watching because it's been really good, with WandaVision, we don't know where they're going with Monica Rambeau yet. We don't know if they're going to call her Spectrum, Photon, Pulsar, whatever. This is Mighty Avengers #1. Now, this is the first time that Monica Rambeau is called Spectrum, but this is a Hastings variant, which I had never seen before. And she's right there on the cover. And so this is the first time they call her Spectrum. So now I have, and I'm pretty sure I have a regular cover of this somewhere. I just got to find it. So now I should have all 3 of the rename issues for Monica Rambeau. So the issue where they name her Photon, the issue where they name her Spectrum, and the issue where they name her Pulsar. I have all 3 of those. The only thing I'm missing, tragically, from my collection is that Amazing Spider-Man Annual, which is the first Monica Rambeau appearance. I really need to find one of those, but they're just going for stupid money right now, and I just can't justify it. Oh, there's some more new this week stuff. Grabbed a couple more copies of these. This is the Star Wars High Republic IDW Adventures. There's a bunch of first appearances in here, and what's going to turn out to be like the big villain, I think supposedly makes a cameo in here. So if you haven't already grabbed that, you might want to, while you can still get them. That's a first print. I grabbed another copy of Amazing Spider-Man 55 second print. Third print is about to come out. Whatever. Okay, so I was going back through some of my books, and I found some stuff I didn't know I had, or I forgot I had, which is always kind of fun. And part of the reason I did was because when I was shopping, I did manage to pick up... I've got several copies, I think, somewhere of this, but King Thor #1, and I was lucky enough when this came out, I picked up King Thor #1. This is the Zafino 1 in 25 copy variant, which is really, really cool. But I didn't know that I had in my collection, because I honestly don't remember buying these. So I'm thinking I must have either got these in a trade or I got them as like part of a collection or something. But this is King Thor #2, which I'm pretty sure is a... Is this the first... what's his name? Gore the God Butcher or whatever? And I think, I could be wrong. And then this is, I think, the second appearance. But for some reason, the second print variant on this one, or maybe it's, no, you know what, I'm sorry, it's the second print variant of #2, which actually has him on the cover, I think is going for really crazy money right now. So I'm not sure why. I don't think these are terribly hot, because I looked them up on eBay and they don't seem to be selling for very much. And then there's King Thor #4. But I was just happy to see that I had him, because, you know, that's the character that Christian Bale is playing in Thor Love and Thunder. And So that'll probably end up being a hot book. And then I was very happy to find these because I've been looking for them forever and I'd kind of misplaced them. But found my Darth Vader number 3's first appearance of Dr. Aphra, of course. These are first prints. And again, kind of frustrating because it seems like the books that everybody's looking for are like the second, third, and fourth prints, which I don't have any of. But, oh well. Got some Thor books and some Hulk books, so I'm going to show you those real quick. I've showed you guys this book before. I pick this book up every time I see it. This is Thor number 384. First appearance of, what's his name? Dargo Couture, I guess is how you say it. Dargo Couture, who is the future Thor. Now, when they first introduced this in the book, it kind of seemed like it might be like a throwaway thing, like they wouldn't do anything with it. But they actually did bring him back, which I'm going to show you here. This was 438, and they brought him back for like a 4-part story. And so he's definitely used in the Thor universe, which makes me wonder if maybe at some point we'll see some iteration of Dargo Couture in the movies. Who knows? I mean, they could really kind of do anything. They could introduce him on a TV show if they wanted to. And there's some buzz about this book, Thunderstrike number 1, because in the preview photos for Thor Love and Thunder, Chris Hemsworth is wearing a costume that looks very similar to Thunderstrike. I wouldn't be surprised if they just make a joke or make a mention of the name Thunderstrike somehow, and that's pretty much it. But anyway, this is one of those books that for the longest time you've been able to find this in quarter boxes, and you might still be able to if there were actually any conventions to go to. So if you can find this cheap, you might want to go ahead and pick it up because it looks like it's got a little bit of heat on it. Incredible Hulk is a book that I always enjoy picking up because there's a lot of great keys that don't cost a fortune, and then there's some that do cost a fortune, but here's a few that I managed to get my hands on that were not, they didn't set me back too much, except for one, which of course I'm sure you can guess. This is Hulk number 330. Anybody know the significance of this book? I'll give you a second. First Todd McFarlane artwork on Incredible Hulk. And this book goes, I don't know, like 30, 40 bucks or something like that, I think is what it usually sells for. It's a cool book to have. It's a book that not a lot of people are scrambling for. This book, on the other hand, my God, everybody wants this book. And it's all because of that cover. It's just such a great, iconic cover. And I'm actually going to send this off to get slabbed. I think this is like about a 9.6. It does definitely need a pressing, so I'll probably get it pressed. This is a book I've shown you guys before, and another one of the books that I always pick up whenever I see it, because man, this thing, I never see this for a lot of money. It's Hulk number 350. It's Thing versus Hulk, and I believe Fred Hall Direct Edition, of all people, just recently showed off this book. But I always grab this book whenever I see it because you can usually pick it up pretty cheap. No one really thinks about it being like a key issue, and it's not really. I mean, it's just a cool book. I mean, look at that cover. You got Doctor Doom, you got Thing, you got Hulk facing off. This is an artist by the name of Jeff Purves. He came along kind of around the time of the whole McFarlane era, and he's really, really good. Like, he does really good work. And so anyway, I got 2 more of those. And I love that issue. Every time I see it. And then, speaking of Jeff Purves, one of my favorite Jeff Purves covers is Hulk number 354. And it's just a really great, I mean, just look at that. Looks like Frankenstein or something. It's just really, really cool. You got that purple in the background. And it's really hard to find good condition copies of this era of Hulk. This is like a perfect copy. It's one of the most perfect copies I've seen, so I was really happy to get that. I'm sure you guys have seen this book before. I think I've shown you guys this book before. It's not a bad book to pick up if you can find it cheap, and you usually can. This is Incredible Hulk number 367. First Dale Keown artwork on Hulk. And if you look at this book, You might not even recognize it as Dale Keown because this was pretty early in his run, and he was still kind of finding his footing. This is back when he was kind of just sort of aping John Byrne. But anyway, it's kind of a cool minor key, I guess, you know, because Dale, let's face it, Dale Keown, there's a lot of Dale Keown fans out there. So yeah, first Dale Keown art on Hulk. And I think I've shown you guys this book before too, but I managed to grab another copy. And this is another really hard book to find in good condition. Most of the time when I see it, it's pretty beat up. This is Incredible Hulk number 368. And this book has the significance of, can you tell by looking at it? Can anybody tell me? As Dr. Boncillo likes to say, holler it out. This book is the only time, I think, that Sam Keith ever drew an Incredible Hulk issue. Now, Sam has drawn the Hulk in like Marvel Comics Presents and stuff like that, but I think this is the only time he ever did an issue of the Incredible Hulk. And he did the artwork on the interior. So if you like Sam Keith, issue number 368 is a good one to have. This is 376. This is a Dale Keown issue, and I just like it because you've got the Gray Hulk versus the Green Hulk. So, just a really cool issue. Another one of these books that it doesn't go for a lot of money. You could probably find it for a couple of bucks in a back issue bin, but probably worth grabbing. Anytime you see this kind of thing going on, like different versions of the same hero fighting each other. There's a Thor issue that's very similar to this, where it's Thor versus, is it Thunderstrike? Yeah, I think it is Thunderstrike. It's like Thor versus Thunderstrike on the cover. Anyway, really cool book. Love that cover. Okay, and then I picked up, the reason I'm showing you this book, this is actually from my collection, but I pulled it so you can see it. I'm sure you guys have seen this issue. This is issue number 400, and this is the, it's got this real, it's this ridiculous 1990s gimmick cover with all the reflective stuff and everything on it. Not really worth anything. But if you can find the second printing of it, it's a little cooler because, first of all, I think the reflective refractor, I don't know what you want to call it, hologram sort of like starburst there, I think actually looks a lot better on this cover than it does on this cover. Wait, can you see that? There. I just think it pops better. All right, hang on a second. There. Okay. So, see how it's orange in the background on this one? And on this one, I think it's just kind of like a gray tone. But this is the second printing, and I actually think it looks a lot better. At least I think it's a second printing. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. There's no indication on the cover that that's what it is. There's no... Yeah, I'll have to look it up, but I think it's a second print. Anyway, if you can find that second print, it's probably, you know, worth grabbing. And then I just like this because I think it's just it's another gimmick cover, but I think it actually works pretty well. So you've got Banner changing into the Hulk, but you've got like this hologram in the middle. Let's see if you can make that out. And it's kind of a nod to the first issue of Incredible Hulk. And this is issue number 425. And I'm pretty sure there's just like a regular cover for this issue too, like one that doesn't have the hologram. Man, that really does not pick up well, does it? Sorry. Anyway, I just think it's a cool book. And I think I've bought one of those before, but you know, again, it's not often I see it in like really good shape. And then last but not least, again, I think I've shown this before, but it's one of those books I always recommend people pick up because you can get it super cheap. And that is Incredible Hulk Annual 15. You've got Hulk versus the Abomination. This is a Mike Zeck cover, and if you guys look at this, I'm sure you're familiar with the Captain America Annual 8, where Wolverine is hitting his claws onto Captain America's shield. Very iconic and very highly sought after cover. This was around the same time, also by Mike Zeck, and similar, just really cool fight cover. But yet, for some reason... this book isn't worth anything. I don't know why. It's, you know, I think just not as cool of a cover, but close to being as cool of the same kind of cover. And it's the same artist. So if you can find a copy of this, grab it. It's a fun book. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Until until the snow melts, I don't know if I'm going to be going anywhere or doing any more haul videos, at least for a while. For those of you that were thinking about picking up new comics this week, from what I'm hearing, if you live anywhere around where I live, basically anywhere outside of California, because of the ice and the snow on the ground, they're saying that new books will probably, if you're lucky, be in stores by Thursday or Friday at the soonest. So don't expect to pick up new books this week. If you ordered new books, you're probably going to be looking at a delay on getting your new books. I've talked to a couple of stores here in town, and they have both said that if they're lucky, they'll have them out by Friday or Saturday. And with everything being what it looks like outside right now, I'm not planning on going anywhere anyway. So I probably won't have a new this week haul, at least not when I thought I would. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I think as of right now, it's still like 12 degrees here in Dallas. So we'll see. And we'll see if power stays on, because there's a lot of places here in Dallas that don't have power. But wrapping it all up, I want to say a huge thank you to Fred Hall Direct Edition. If you guys haven't already subscribed to him, please do so down below. If you like the content of this channel, I would appreciate it if you would like this video and subscribe to this channel as well, because I am trying to grow my channel and get more subscribers. You can find out more about me at bigfanboy.com, which is my movie news and review website. You can also check out DallasComicShow.com, although we're on hiatus as well. And also my new film talk show, which is called The Big Film Show. Go to bigfilmshow.com for more information on that. We're having a lot of fun over there, so please check that out if you can. We talk about new films, we talk about old films. It's a lot of fun. So that's it for this episode of Mark's Comic Hall, y'all. I am Mark Walters, and in the words of Fred Hall Direct Edition, peace. See you guys.